Welcome to Updated Autopsy Report, a podcast from Yotze Ben and Friends, where we read and watch the inspirations behind Ace Attorney. I'm your host, Ben, and with me, as always, are Tiago.
Yeah.
And Rose.
Hi.
We're all longtime fans of Ace Attorney. We hope that through our perspectives, it'll reveal new details and provide interesting commentary for all the media we discuss. Our intro music is by Lace, and you can find all her other work at leiss.bandcamp.com. Today, we've all read the rest of The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie. We made it to the end.
Yeah.
And, I think some of us are feeling pretty good about those predictions we made last episode.
Some of us are feeling like they're accepting their first prize ribbon for being the best hater on earth.
Some of us some of us don't remember what the predictions were, or if any.
But no, I don't. I mean, my prediction was wrong as fuck. Don't let me fool you, listeners. However, I am the best at being just a little hater bitch, and I was right about that. And that is what matters.
Got it. Understood.
Yep.
This
one is kind of hard to talk about without just like coming out and saying it. So
yeah, let's go through it.
Should I do the summary, like really, like just jump right into it right away?
And then we can all talk about the end immediatally. Like,
I know, yeah.
We definitely are supposed to.
Yeah, this is going to be 90% end talk and 10% everything that leads up to it. So yeah, as the investigation heats up, Poirot learns and deduces several new facts. 1, Mrs. Ackroyd is deep in debt to the point of selling silverware and other household items. 2, that Flora was lying about speaking to Roger at 9:50. Allowing for the possibility that he wasn't alive at that time. And 3, that Ursula, the now fired maid, is the secret wife of Ralph Patton. She threw away the ring when Ralph told her that he was going to go ahead with marrying Flora so as to claim his inheritance as well. These all introduce no motives, but also widen the scope of when the murder could have happened. We also get a side tangent about Miss Russell's illegitimate son, Charles Kent, but all that really does is help explain who the strange figure was at night that Shepard and others saw. Poirot gives a long speech to Caroline and Shepard about how this murder could have been a slow escalation of desperation over money. Shepard also reveals to Poirot that he fancies himself a bit of a Watson and has written down the entire tale so far with an eye towards publishing it. Poirot reads it in Shepard's mechanics workshop, but finds it lacking in certain details. Finally, Poirot summons all the suspects and places them into one room. Slowly, he begins to break down his logic for how the crime was done and reveals the one and only Ralph Patton in person. Ralph says that Dr. Shepard told him to stay hidden, and Shepard admits to this. Poirot then receives a telegram and crumples it after reading it, declaring that he knows the killer for certain now. And they have until tomorrow night to confess and save Ralph Patton. As everyone filters out, Poirot motions for Shepard to stay and asks him his opinion on who he thinks is the murderer. Shepard declares that, well, I'm still not sure, and Poirot scoffs and then explains that he knows the killer used Roger's dictaphone to make it appear like he was still alive at 9:30. The only one who could have done the crime now is none other than our narrator, Dr. Shepard. Shepard enters defensive mode, but Poirot counters with the telegram note, proving that the phone call Shepard claims he got was faked. Shepard was the one blackmailing Mrs. Ferrars, and he was the attending physician when her husband was poisoned, thus getting that information, and he killed Roger Ackroyd to prevent the truth from getting out. Poirot ends by telling Shepard to either turn himself into the police or kill himself to spare his sister the shame. Shepard returns home, finishes his manuscript along with the final chapter, admitting to everything, taking some Veronal, and ending his tale with the line, "I wish Hercule Poirot had never retired from work and come here to grow vegetable marrows."
Sick last line.
Got him.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen.
Like Poirot,
women always wanting attention with their suicide notes. Immediately writes a fucking book. Rip Bozo, fuck you. I'm the queen of haters. I feel so justified in my notes, I stopped using his name. He's just Dr. Sexism now. I hate this man so much, and I hated him the entire book, and I'm right. Was I wrong about Ralph Patton being dead? Yeah, fucking definitely. But I thought it would have been fun.
It would have been fun if he was dead.
It could have been interesting. It would have been different.
Yeah. Okay, so, like, confession, I don't like the ending, but only because, like, maybe it's because I just don't like our killer. That's the issue, right? It creates a situation where, like, the killer is someone who I don't like, and it isn't, like, a fun fight between Poirot and the doctor. It's more just, like, man, you got really lucky a lot of places. Like, I don't know.
This dude sucks ass.
I mean, the fact that Flora decided to...
Yeah. He engineers his own luck also.
True.
Yes, he does do that. And yeah, Flora deciding to lie also helps him out. And he wasn't anticipating that either.
Yeah, exactly. My fucking guy was hooked up. I don't know. I just don't like the killer, therefore I don't like the ending. Does that make sense? It all wraps together in a way that makes, like, logical sense, yes. And the only parts of it that I have now to enjoy are Poirot, but because we're experiencing Poirot through the eyes of the killer, who, like, I think it's insane to suggest that you kill yourself to spare your sister the embarrassment. But
I mean, he does.
It's a pretty intense thing.
Fucking do it. Like, he was good anyways.
I feel like he was he probably would have done it a year or two down the line, to be honest. Because for the sound of this fucking town, everyone's ready to have some dark secret that they're willing to kill and or die for. Yeah. And
I think we should annihilate the British.
They're doing it themselves, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the assist. Get on it. I don't know.
Introduce a small Belgian detective to any British city.
He'll upset the ecosystem.
He'll upset the
ecosystem. It's for the health of the ecosystem, just to kind of keep things in check a little bit. It's a natural predator.
I found this ending very satisfying. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I got there, like, a little bit before, so I was like, I get to feel smart. I also think we expressed a lot of misgivings about Dr. Sexism's narration. And I think
we did talk about that last time, and
it didn't come out of nowhere for me, and I think that makes it work. And I hate him. And I'm glad that he was the bad guy, because otherwise I'd just be a fucking asshole.
I think, first of all, you can just hate a guy for no reason. I hate tons of people for no reason.
I mean, yeah, that's fair, I can.
It's just sometimes these are fictional characters.
I did have a reason. You
did have a reaon, but these are also fictional characters. They don't have feelings. They're not going to get hurt. It's fine. Maybe it's because I didn't get it. And that's why I don't get the satisfaction. Like, I didn't understand who the killer was before he, like, revealed it to the group. And that's why I don't get the satisfaction of, like, picking this guy out of the line. Because I think at some point early on, I mentally decided, it's probably not going to be a twist where the narrator is the killer again, is it? Probably not, and then moved on. And I made the wrong fucking bet.
I mean, I don't know if, again, like, I don't know when this was published, but this was probably one of the earlier examples.
So when I say again, I'm trying to just, I gotta be careful about word choice.
I'm sure someone else did it first.
I mean, we live in phenomenological time, right? In which we've experienced everything that has come after this. In which, I mean, obviously, we just played Portopia, right?
We have.
You know,
real shit.
And so, like, you know, so like we even brought up Portopia last time, right? As like, oh yeah, sometimes
That's
your
right, I
sidekick
did
is
talk about Portopia.
sometimes your sidekick is the one who did the thing. And that's kind of what's going on here. It's just that also we're in the sidekick's head. And I mean, I don't know for you, Rose, when you caught on, but for me, it was obviously, yes, last time we expressed some misgivings and he had already proven to be an unreliable narrator. So I already had that seed of doubt planted in my mind. And obviously, the biggest one for me, at least, so like the second where I was like, okay, this is it. Like I'm 90% sure it was Shepard who did it, was when Poirot sits down with Caroline and Shepard and like lays out like, well, there could have been a man who was a very decent man and was in fact respected by everybody in his community. But then he got a hold of some information and he decided to become the blackmailer of Mrs. Ferrars, and maybe that was just enough. Like he was just enough in debt. He just needed a little bit of money. And over time, he just got greedier and greedier. And it was not a man who suddenly did something horrible overnight. It was the slow degradation of his character, right? And who knows? That could be anybody, but that's who I suspect our killer is.
That would be crazy, right?
It could be, it could be you, it could be me, it could even be, and like that was what
lurks in the hearts of men.
Yeah, and like when it's just him and Caroline and Shepard right there, and I'm like, well, he's speaking to Shepard, right? Mm-hmm. Vague enough that Caroline does not catch on. Although
on the podcast,
she does. I think she might have more of a clue than he writes
her as having.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, because there's a few moments where Caroline kind of pauses and says something to Shepard, and it does feel like she maybe is like, damn, did my brother do something bad? Right? Like there's a little bit of a hint there occasionally. But she probably just doesn't want to admit it to herself.
Quite that early, but I like started to get like kind of a bad feeling once like the thing where he was like, oh, the dictaphone was there, and the second he mentioned that, I mind palaced back to his fucking man cave where no girls are allowed, where he like tinkers with his toys. Yeah. And I was like, I'm starting to get a bad feeling. And then he was like, oh, and that person would have needed like a bat, like something to carry the dictaphone in. And I was like, yeah, like a doctor's bag, huh? Like a doctor's bag, like the doctor's bag that you brought to the scene.
Yeah.
So the second he said that, I was like, it's fucking Jover. I know. So I didn't catch on quite that fast, but I definitely did like start to get a feeling.
And here's my last thing. And you all can judge me whether you think this is enough to put on the scale. But while I did not know who the killer was, the reputation of the murder of Roger Ackroyd in my life that I have encountered it has been, oh, the Murder of Roger Ackroyd, one of Christie's best novels, one of the greatest mystery twists of all time. And I was like, oh, so there's a twist somewhere in this. And so since I knew that there was some kind of twist at some point, I was waiting for, it to actually have been really truly that Roger killed himself in some wild, crazy way, or something else was going on, right? And so once Poirot did that big kind of info dump, like backstory dump for his theory for the rationale behind the killer, that was when I was like, oh, it's our boy, it's our narrator, isn't it?
He was just hiding shit. And I don't know, because when it's revealed that he was hiding Ralph Patton, which is, he does this in a clever way, he gets him like fake committed to like an insane asylum to like hide him, because no one would question that, because he genuinely does seem to care about Ralph, which is I think maybe the most interesting thing about this piece of shit. Because like obviously he would get busted anyways, but he like specifically is like, Poirot's angle is, well, the real killer has to confess if they want to save Ralph.
Right.
Otherwise Ralph is gonna get
he's
been
gonna
for
go away
this.
forever. Yep. And so the real
And you'll
killer's
have no
gotta.
more Ralph. And I know you guys all fucking love Ralph for some bizarre reason.
Well, that's because Ralph is the coolest guy in town.
I think he's bad news, but I don't know. I guess he.
We
No,
don't
I
really
think he
know
also
him
kinda sucks.
truly, right?
Yeah, we barely
know.
meet him.
He's just the coolest guy in town.
We're kind of just going off what everybody else says.
Mm-hmm.
Caroline
Obviously,
likes him.
Ursula likes him, but then obviously she's a
Ursula
little.
must like him. She fucking married him.
But
I don't
yes,
think,
then
I don't know if
she's
they still like him.
yeah. She was like, "Wait, you're gonna go ahead and marry Flora anyway? Because you got to claim the inheritance."
Flora handles that so good too. She's like, "Oh man, fuck! He should have just told me. I would have figured something out." Like,
Yeah,
what a doofus.
Flora's the coolest. She's so
you
chill.
know what? I'm just so happy it wasn't Flora and Hector. I think Flora and Hector sparked joy for me. I'm really happy for them.
Yo, thank God. I
love
mean,
it. I can get behind a straight ship. I can do it. I've got it in me.
You're so
Also,
brave.
I think Caroline and Poirot is like a good little crack ship. I think they would be so fucking funny together.
You're not wrong. I like it.
Because she reveals she's the older sister too. She's like, I'm fucking ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I
don't
say
think
that to the kids at work all the time.
I don't know if she could handle the fact that Poirot basically said, "Hey, KYS, dude, this is the right move."
I mean, if he didn't, I think she would have killed him with a hammer. She's like 100% truth.
That's
like truth
true.
root.
Yeah, she does believe in the truth.
100% of the time, no exceptions.
I think I don't know. I just think that's a crazy thing to say. Like, Poirot, what's your rank? Like, here's my actual
He's
issue with
Belgian, I don't know.
These are what the Belgians are like. If the idea of killing yourself was to spare your sibling the embarrassment, why have a fucking manuscript that details
she's
everything?
Gonna find out, dude.
Yeah.
She's gonna
like
know.
Why not? Is it that bad? I don't know. I feel like this plan wasn't very thought out. You thought out the dictaphone. You didn't think out this one. It's just an insane, sharp, dark turn for me that like kind of jars me from the rest of the narrative. Whereas, like, if the entire plot was the same, and
this plot started with a woman who killed her abusive husband, killing herself because of the guilt of the murder that she committed to protect herself. Like,
damn, you're right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
It's
it started off pretty fucking dark. Like, it starts with a suicide.
And it's like poetry, it rhymes. I think that's what Christie's doing here, you know, a little bit is yes, Shepard is taking himself out the same way that Mrs. Ferrars did, you know. So I do think, Rose, like you noticed earlier, you know, the fact that he is writing this whole elaborate letter, perhaps the longest suicide note ever, essentially, when he was critiquing
when they kill themselves.
Yeah, when he was saying shit like women
skull.
Want attention and leave long suicide notes, you know, and everything is just like, yeah, I mean, that's Christie getting a little jab in there at him at the end too, you know. I think it really is.
It does work. Maybe it's the fact that I didn't understand this maybe it's because I was kind of low-key lost the entire time. I was reading this book, and I was like, what?
She got your ass.
She got my ass. Agatha Christie.
She got your ass. You know what? If anyone's gonna do it, it may as well be the queen.
She's on the other side of the pearly gates, and she's going Lamal, or whatever the British society. Because I truly was reading this thing, and I was completely lost the entire time. I forgot there was a dictaphone. Fucking Roger mentioned it at the beginning of the book. Well,
it was a little bit of a surprise because we did not know for sure that Roger bought it.
Well, and that was what made me a little suspicious of Raymond for a minute, like, because it was like, oh, Raymond he could have pretended he didn't know about the dictaphone.
Right.
Like, he was like, oh, he didn't buy one, but then like later he's like, oh, maybe he was trying to surprise me, and I was just like, if that's a lie, Raymond, that's like really fucking stupid of a lie. But you know what? It was so stupid that it was true.
It was so stupid.
And there
It
was
was his
somebody else
alibi.
who became rapidly more suspicious, like so fucking fast that I was like, never mind, Raymond, you're just a dude.
I really thought for a split fucking second when Poirot goes on like several tangents throughout the story about like describing a character who is not present during the scene, or like he's suggesting something, like with the speech that he did with oh, a man was maybe so desperate. He talks about the possibility that like fucking Roger put the blade in it himself, and I was like, all right, maybe that's the ending. Maybe Roger did it himself. That would have been crazy.
I mean,
and then of course,
I wouldn't have been super disappointed if that happened, I guess.
the thing about it though is that
shooting robots.
Knife shooting robots. The thing about it though is that as soon as he said that, my brain went, of course, the knife shooting robot. It must have been that. I fell for the first fucking.
I got you.
I got. I had no idea who the ending was. I didn't even necessarily hate this guy that much. I just thought he was boring. I just thought he was kind of an annoying guy. I was just like,
I think like hating him became like my hobby, and I got to feel correct about it.
Your hobby was actually
like,
on the path of heaven.
Everything he said about women just like rubbed me the wrong way, and I just think I get it. She was telling me something, and
Agatha was whispering to you.
No, I mean that's how books work.
That's crazy.
She was telling me something, and I picked up on it, and I feel satisfied about that.
Yeah, I mean, the way that Shepard works for me, I think, overall as a character, is that, like, at the start of the book, you are experiencing everything through his perspective. He's telling you things about, like, initially, like, about his sister, right? And his perception of his sister. And yes, is she a gossip? Is she plugged into the town? Like, all these things are, in a way, true, but they are exaggerated through Shepard's perspective. And so something that is like kind of like at first can be viewed like at my first couple chapters, right? I was like, well, okay, he's ragging on his sister a little bit, but it seems like they do care for each other, and they're, it's, this is like the kind of things that you start to observe in another person when you've lived with them for so long, right?
Yeah.
But those things became more and more like, oh, he looks down on her, like the longer the book goes on, right?
Yeah, he finds it a moral failing
like,
that she
he
is.
describes her as a dog at one point.
That was the craziest line.
So much.
That was actually the wildest line. Was the like she acts like a dog who was denied the walk, and I was like, bro, okay, dude, relax.
like there's a reason Poirot is keeping you separated, and it's because your vibes are so terrible and you're so fucking weird about her. I don't know. He's awful about all the women. Like, obviously, like Mrs. Ackroyd, who's Flora's mother, does seem to be like a genuinely unpleasant person.
Yes.
But he's just like kind of, I don't know. He's so annoying about her, and he's annoying about Flora too. Like when Flora first meets, he's like, oh well, I'm sure she's very she's very charming to her friends, I guess. Like, like what are you? Yeah. Like, he immediately is just like, well, I don't really like her, but I guess she has friends. Like, what? You mean girl? Like, what is going on?
There's two lines in this segment of the book that made me go, oh, this guy is a real shithead. I think the one line that got me was the one where I believe Ursula states that she came to... a character states that they came to the house in order to talk to the doctor because they're reported as being like besties with Ralph Patton, and then he goes, nope, not me, no, never, I'll never be a friend of it. I'd never even know the man. And I'm like, boy, that's your homie. Like what? You're denying him now? That's crazy. The other line... I can't
believe you would deny Ralph Patton 3 times.
I can't believe you would deny
the same thing.
I can't believe you would deny Ralph Patton 3 times.
And Ralph, when we finally meet Ralph, who is not dead, I don't know, it would have been fun. He's just sort of like, he's just sort of this dopey guy. Like,
I think he's just kind of a fuck up. Yeah, that's fine.
There's
or
not
he's
much to
immediately
him.
just like, I'm sorry, Ursula. Also, like, the explanation for why everyone's being weird about Ursula, like the maid who got fired, is like, oh, like, she confessed to Roger that they were married, but also, like, she's just fucking Irish. Like, I hate all of you people. I'm sorry, I started coughing because I got so heated. This is such a fun book. I had so much fun.
Yeah, we just get a little bit of old-timey racism sprinkled in there, too. Yep.
Yeah, they're like, oh, well, she's great at her job, and she's not, like, she's awesome at this, and she does all this good stuff, but, like, there's just something about her. She's just fucking Irish.
Yep.
Did you like the part where when they meet up, I believe the doctor says something akin to like, oh, she's actually pretty fair when you look at her at the right angle.
Yeah, and when he talks about Mrs. Russell, and he's like, oh, I'm suddenly struck by how she used to be beautiful.
That's crazy. Oh my god.
And again,
my notes just say Mrs. Russell comes over and this man is so terrible about women. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I hate him so much.
And you can like imagine, I didn't do a ton of research into like necessarily like reception at the time per se or whatever, but like you can imagine like the reaction to his character being totally different in 1929, 1930s, you know, when this is released, right? Just like so much of the stuff that Christie is putting in here in his asides and how he treats certain people, I can just imagine so many of that just sliding off of the average reader. I mean, maybe not. Maybe I'm being too unkind.
It's not for them. It's for the girls.
Hey, Ben, considering that it slid off of me, I think you could say that. It's fine. I legit didn't understand why this guy was an asshole in the first half. I didn't understand how he did it or why he was the killer in the second half. I don't understand this fucking guy.
Meanwhile, like everyone who is a woman or has ever been at any point was just like this like Kill Bill sirens every time he talks.
This book,
we don't know what he's doing, but do not be alone with him. Like
this book is a true, like, honest to God, like, litmus test to figure out whether or not you're able to catch on if a guy is sexist or not. And I failed the test.
Oh no!
Hey, it's okay. Now that I listen, we're listening, we're learning. That's what matters.
Yep. We're listening, we're learning, we're unboss babying ourselves together,
I'm having
holding
so much
hands.
fun getting unboss babied. I told my coworker that I had just read this book, and they were like so delighted. Like we just had like a little like seal hands clapping, like because I was like, I am so I just finished it, and it was him. And she was just like, yes, that bastard. Like we were so happy. Very fun to get to fill in these holes in my reading experience.
I did not employ my little gray cells, as Poirot would say, because the entire time he was doing shit, I simply went, well, what the fuck are you trying to prove? He keeps asking about the boots, and I was like, do the boots really matter? And then I realized he's specifically asking about the color of the boots to throw Catherine off, and I got thrown off too. I was like, damn, Catherine, we're wrong.
I knew that he was, like, trying to throw her off about something. I just couldn't figure out, like, what his goal was. Because, like, I figured what he was doing was, like, trying to, like, get her to work really hard to prove him wrong. So that he could get accurate information. But I didn't know, like, what he was going for with it.
I wish... Honestly, I just feel bad for Catherine. I love Catherine. She's one of my favorite characters in this fucking book, and...
You mean Caroline? Your favorite character? Your favorite character, Caroline, you mean?
I can't believe you've killed him.
I think I genuinely killed Tiago.
I think the podcast. Hey, listeners, it's been really great. I think he's dead. I'm just gonna go over.
My glasses are off. I fucked up, dude.
I'm sorry, you said it like 4 times in a row. I had to correct you at some point.
No.
Because it's just once, it's fine.
I was just going to breeze over it.
You should have corrected me the first time.
I didn't think it would happen a second time.
Of course it's going to happen a second time. I'm going to continue confidently until I'm told I'm wrong. I'm the average male in America. Oh my fucking god.
So Hercules was talking to Catherine.
No Hercules, you say?
Yeah, Hercules parrot in the amazing Catherine. Caroline, I feel bad for Caroline. I liked her character most in the book. She was the most fun character to me. I love the mahjong scene.
The mahjong scene was great.
That
was really delightful.
I don't know.
We were playing bridge, but we got too fucking salty about it, and then they proceeded to get the saltiest anyone's ever been about mahjong.
They couldn't play bridge anymore, so they had to find a new game they all sucked at.
Yeah,
and then they got
crazy.
Dude, imagine
it's just nicely paced, like the dialogue interlaced with them actually playing the game. It's just, yeah, I was like kind of impressed coming away from that chapter because at first like halfway I was like, is this going anywhere? And then I realized it's kind of just all building up to Shepard letting loose a detail that he thinks that he shouldn't, and you know,
feels bad about it.
Yeah, he feels bad because he's got a little too much liquid courage in him while they're playing mahjong.
All my favorite characters: Dr. Sheep, Catherine, Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we get together, we should all play some fucking mahjong.
Okay, that'd actually be kind of crazy. I would love to play mahjong.
That would be fun.
I don't know how to play at all. I would need someone to teach me, but I'm down to play any game.
I have played mahjong, and that does not mean I know how.
Gotcha. Understood. I really love that they're playing together, and they're discussing like the house rules because they're like, that's not how the club does it. And I'm like, oh my god, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I really liked Caroline and I feel bad for her the most. Like she lost her shitty brother.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough.
And she doesn't even get any of the money he blackmailed and stole, which, by the way, so much fucking money. It's I forget, I wrote it down somewhere, but it's like 20,000 fucking pounds. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He apparently wrote it all in like a... He just said like expenses for like the business one year, and Poirot was like, that's crazy. That's crazy that you got that. Because he does like financial checking on whether or not he's getting the money. He does follow through with like even like the fake alibi that the Dr. Shepard created for himself by asking a patient. I didn't know that you could just... I think the thing that kind of also made me a little upset was the fact that I didn't see Roger Ackroyd... Not Roger Ackroyd. I didn't see that his son, Ralph Patton, was just sent to a fucking insane asylum home. But then like fucking Poirot brings up the fact is like, oh yeah, he's talking about my cousin who has problems. I've been thinking about where to send him.
He's got a nephew. Very Columbo maneuver.
I don't feel as bad. My wife is always asking about... I don't feel as bad about missing out on things that Poirot is doing for like a couple of reasons. One is like when we return back here, like chapter 14 is like a break for us that like we read 13 and we stopped. Immediately, Dr. Sexism is like, okay, Poirot and I are now doing separate things. Like we are no longer together, so I didn't know everything that he was doing. Like he tells us straight up.
Yeah, that's
and also
fair.
Like there are these little hints of like him talking to the other characters and like the characters talking about what he's doing, and like it feels good even if it's not quite enough information to put it together. You get your moment of like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
that's why he was doing this. That's why he was doing
now
that.
I understand.
This does start or culminate, excuse me, in one of the silliest collection of words that Poirot says, which was, I test my theory. I invent a nephew with mental trouble.
I don't need to invent what I am.
English isn't his first language.
I'm sorry. It just, when that line came up, it
gotcha.
It got to me.
I Yeah, no, I love what he does to find out about, like, what Dr. Shepard is hiding. I like that Poirot, thank God he explains what the fuck he's thinking, because Lord in heaven, he was like, oh yeah, people don't understand my little ideas, and I'm like, buddy, you don't have a clue about how fucking lost I am right now.
Well, he's also intentionally obfuscating what he's doing from Dr. Sexism. He is, like, actively telling him different things than are what is happening, and you see this example where he's like, oh, I want to test something for Parker, and I want Flora to help me. Like, let's recreate this scene. But what he's actually testing is what Flora was doing. And he doesn't tell Flora that. And he doesn't tell Dr. Sexism that. And, like, it's a little bit of a foreshadowing, as someone might say, if they were in the business.
I just didn't know. This book just slid right off my brain. None of my wrinkles were open.
I gotta read it again.
Rose's
because
fucking,
now I know.
Rose's 8 gates were fucking open. Like I
like books.
I mean, I did page back to the chapter where Shepard visits Ackroyd and just kind of see, like, the gap that he leaves, right? In like talking about, like, leaving, you know, and everything. And yeah, it's just he's just omitting a whole lot, you know, to kind of make that all work. It's fun.
It is. Yeah, I agree. I feel like I've never. I gotta think about the sentence I was about to say. I was gonna say it in a way that sounded really cocky, but I was gonna say, like, I haven't been this lost in like a mystery in a long time, and just having, like, no idea what was happening, no idea what was going, and then someone just goes, "Oh yeah, by the way, it was the guy next to you the entire time," and I go, "Oh, okay, yeah, sure, man, I believe you," because I have to. But I think I am starting to like it a lot more now that we're discussing it, because I remember initially I was like, oh, whatever. But now I'm like, yeah, everyone else is making a good point.
You're still allowed to feel the way you feel about it, man.
No, there are things I dislike, and there are things that I understand that the reasons I disliked it are simply because there are certain parts of the book that I simply did not get, which is, like, the fucking intricacies of Shepard's character and when he was doing stuff around other people in the mystery. I also could not fucking keep Raymond and Ralph straight for a long time, and then was just like, it's okay, I'll get it.
See, I gave everybody nicknames for myself, which really, really helped. So obviously Raymond was Raymond Animal Crossing.
Raymond Animal Crossing.
So he's in my mind when I'm reading this book, I'm just seeing, like, Raymond Animal Crossing, like all these British people, and then just the fucking cat just walking in, like, oh
yeah,
no,
and he's doing the little
I'm
Animal
500
Crossing
pounds in debt.
Animal Crossing footsteps. A little put.
Oh god, I expect to see him in boxes by the end of tomorrow.
Oh god, he's moving out. He's moving out of the fucking village.
No, you know what? He turns out okay. Like, he's just kind of a guy.
Oh, I thought you meant the cat. Yeah, no, the guy too. Yeah, he's just a guy.
Yeah, the cat's fine. I definitely haven't logged into Animal Crossing in a while.
No, he's okay. He's got his favorite food and he's listening to a good album.
Hey, you know what? They added multi-crafting back in, and I that was one of the things that I was bitching and moaning about. So
yeah, it's okay. Tomodachi Life is coming out.
I'm so excited for Tomodachi Life.
All right, 10 minutes about Tomodachi Life on the clock.
We're going to put Raymond...
Agatha Christie me, and I'm going to try and get my me to marry her.
We're going to get Ralph Payton and every other character in this story inside of Tomodachi Life and see if it plays out exactly the same. Will the Doctor kill again?
Yeah.
Will the Doctor kill again?
I'm excited to see if Nintendo has added, like, blackmail, bribery, and murder to Tomodachi Life too.
Honestly, really, we need more Sims where, like, legit murder can just occur and they handle it like procedural.
They can get divorced, which I think is the funniest thing that could happen in Tomodachi Life.
Oh my god, getting divorced from...
They would just get divorced divorced, and you'd just be like, ah, fuck, I'm divorced
Guess
now.
that didn't work out. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, time to roll the dice with another fellow on the beach.
Well, you had no control over it. It would just happen.
Yeah.
So you couldn't even be like, all right.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
gonna...
like a little electrons bouncing around.
Yeah.
You just gotta hope that they collide into each other and some sparks happen.
My gray
What a funny
cells.
game.
My gray
Yes, your
cells.
little
Yeah,
gray
okay, let's
cells.
get-
Yeah.
Just like that. Great transition, Tiago.
Thanks, guys.
I love Dr. Shepard constantly bringing up that Ralph Patton could be in Cranchester to the point where that is like the final thing that pisses Poirot enough off where he's like, now, where do you think Ralph Patton is right now, everybody? And everybody's like, I don't know. And he says he's not very far. And Dr. Shepard's like, is he in Cranchester? And he's like, no, shut the fuck up about Cranchester. You keep saying Cranchester. He's not in Cranchester. He's right here in this room now. And then he shows up.
He's so mad.
That's because Caroline like gets the idea in her head that he's in Cranchester for some reason.
Cause
And
there's
so, like, Dr. Shepard just keeps repeating it because, like, I don't know, it's fucking stupid
so-
and funny. I don't
It's
like...
really funny. It comes out like 5 times, and every time Poirot's like, no, he's not in Cranchester. Stop
Yeah.
it.
Sorry your sister came up with a deranged idea and you can't stop repeating it. Like,
that would happen to me though. Someone would say something, and I'd immediately go, "Yeah, that's gonna be my own. That's gonna bounce around in my head for a long time." I do really like that scene in which that he says to the room, "Tomorrow I'll tell the inspector everything," because there is a like. Afterwards, the doctor goes to him and he's like, are you bluffing? Are you just trying to get the killer to like try to kill you?" And I love that Poirot goes, "I'm not that much of a hero, man." Absolutely. I did not try that. No. That's crazy. Like, who would do that? Meanwhile, I'm like, I feel like some detectives would try to do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, but doesn't he say something along the lines of like, but I'm not that easy to kill or something like that too. I think he also says something like that too, which is kind of fun, which just lets your imagination wonder what the hell he means by that.
He must know Belgian martial arts. I don't know what those are.
he probably just has a gun or something. Oh, the vacuum!
The vacuum!
Give him the vacuum!
Oh, that's true.
He's gonna get him like a ghost in Luigi's mansion.
Get his ass.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, obviously, whenever like a new emerging technology is mentioned in one of these classic murder mysteries, it's usually important, i.e., the dictaphone. But I am surprised that the vacuum cleaner never came up ever again, aside from just being a side note in Poirot's, gossip
like
from Caroline.
a really funny, like, bit.
Honestly,
Oh, man.
I think it just ties a lot more to the fact that Poirot's character is a very neat and tedious little guy. Of course he is. He's got a vacuum.
Yeah,
and
he's got to keep his place clean.
He's got to keep that place clean. I guess the reason Caroline wasn't invited to the final battle was because then there's a possibility where she would witness the truth and therefore fucking...
And then kill Dr. Shepard right then and there.
And then,
just stab him with a fork. Well, because Poirot tells her, he's like, the reason you can't come is because everyone who's invited is a suspect.
And you're not a suspect.
You're not a suspect, so I can't have you there. And
Yep.
and I was like, oh, the doctor is still a suspect. Ha 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 ha. And then he listed everybody who was a suspect, and he didn't list the doctor. And I was like, hey,
Hey.
wait. But then he was just, it was a little idea.
It was one of his little ideas.
He's keeping Shepard close to him the whole time, right? And that's partially because he just wants to observe him and get more data on him and figure out if he is indeed the killer, It
does, like, you can see the through line between having this story and then seeing every Columbo episode in which that Columbo purposely keeps the killer around. But that's, like, kind of painted in a different light, because in those stories, you know full well who the killer is since you saw them do it at the beginning. Right. And therefore it becomes this, like, battle between Columbo and the killer. Meanwhile, here, when you realize that the doctor is the killer, it just causes you to recontextualize all the conversations that they had. And then you're like, damn, I gotta think about everything now. I gotta actually remember what the fuck they said to each other. And how badly did fucking the doctor let it slip in front of this guy, and then I didn't catch it because I wasn't Poirot. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, we can't all be Poirot.
I don't want to be.
Yeah, he's Belgian.
That's not the part that I...
Sorry to all Belgians. You're cool people. It's fine.
That's not the issue I have okay, so... There was a part of my life that I watched a lot of Monk, and I remember at a certain point I was like, I kind of see myself in him. And the second I had that thought, I like turned off the TV and went, I gotta go. I gotta go outside. I gotta touch grass. You know what I mean?
I've heard of this grass stuff. I hope to see it again someday.
You'll see it again one day. I promise you. The sun will come back.
I'm so tired of snow.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just it's around the corner. It'll come by tomorrow. It's just a day away.
The snow has a lot of melting to do.
Yeah, I'm also going insane. God Christ. The winter is taking us.
We're all gonna make it to spring, everybody. It's all gonna happen.
This wasn't my favorite book that I read, but now talking about it, I'm just like, yeah, I guess I kind of just missed a lot of shit.
That's all right.
It'd be like that.
Sometimes you can get a different appreciation for something after, discussing it.
I definitely agree with that.
I have a few minor little Wikipedia tidbits just to drop here. I try not to do just the podcaster thing of reading the Wikipedia page at people, because obviously any listener can do that. But as part of just discussion here, Christie, when coming up with this book, has said that her brother-in-law was kind of the one who initially suggested the idea of what if you did a mystery novel where the criminal is your Dr. Watson character, right? And so she was like, interesting. Okay, maybe I'll try doing something with that one day. And then the other thing that this will be something for the future would be, Christie has also said that the character of Caroline, who we've enjoyed so much, is kind of like a precursor or a little bit of like some of those parts of Caroline eventually get reconfigured and used for her other famous detective that she creates later, Miss Marple. So we will
be liking Miss Marple.
Yeah, so we will probably take a look at Miss Marple at some point in the future as well. I don't have like a full list of what we might do then, but that's in the mix for future coverage too. So, but yeah, so as we've correctly tuned into from this, it is this was like kind of starting from the idea of, hey, can we have the Watson character, the assistant character, be the criminal and make the story work around that, right? And I think for the most part, I think like all the cluing, and all that, I think it works. Like, I think it works for me. I like at no point was I ever like, okay, this is like, you're like stretching credulity to make this work. I mean, it's really just whether you are okay with the narrator being unreliable or not. And me, I'm cool with that. I don't mind that the narrator is straight up lying to me at points and omitting.
So well,
it was done fairly. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. I gotta get a dig in at David Cage. It's not like fucking Heavy Rain where it just fucking. I hate heavy. Hey, spoilers for Heavy Rain. One of the characters you control is the killer, but they actively make you have like thoughts that you can think and like press on, and you actively make him think now, like, oh, why would the killer do this? Would the killer have gone through this window? And I'm like, that is not it. That's not how that works. Have him say that. Don't have him think it. You And this book does a great job of that, because he never says, like, oh, I thought it was this, I thought it was that. He just says things to Poirot and reports what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was fun. And,
Yeah, it
and
worked.
again, if you
works.
take this like as the literal in-universe object of the manuscript as well, right? Then he is not going to reveal anything until it gets it's too late.
Exactly.
And he has to write it all out, right?
like,
Yeah.
You know, so he
there's
is
an
hiding
in
every
fiction.
detail in fiction, every detail he's going to hide in his true manuscript that he's writing is hidden here
Yeah, I'm not
until
just a
Poirot confronts
controlling
him, and
a
it's too
dude
late.
walking around an apartment, like,
Whoa.
And then going to
Sorry,
his little
I've had a
mechanics
long-ass
workshop
day at
and
work,
toying
say
with
it
some
with
radios.
me. Yeah, his fucking man cave where he's like, my sister hates that I have this space for, like, and it's like, does she though? Does she, or are you just a freak?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
mm-hmm.
You just say that
Do
to
you just
keep her
think
out.
she hates it? Like, or are you just putting that on her?
He
Don't
doesn't
touch
wanna
my
invite
feel
her.
persecuted.
wires, Caroline.
He
You want to
doesn't
feel
invite.
persecuted by the women in your life.
He doesn't invite any other characters to the office, but then he invites Poirot.
Yeah, he lets
They
him
hang
in.
out
Because he's a dude.
Because he.
Dude time. You can
How
go to
many
the man
dudes-
cave.
Hey, how many dudes have you invited to your workshop? You know,
Yeah, hey, is it gay to invite a dude to your workshop?
was Ralph Payton there?
Maybe.
me, Ralph, me, hey, hang out with Ralph in my workshop. Don't
Ralph's
come
married now.
here. Also, oh well.
You know how it is. I'm married now, so I can't hang out in your workshop anymore.
You always used to hang out in my workshop, bro. What the hell happened?
I'm always saying this.
Fuck,
I know we
dude.
can't rewire radios anymore. We can't mess with dictaphones and
ball and
put timers on
chain.
them.
I'm putting specific timers on my dictaphones. Me and my
Oh, it's
homies
so
are always doing this.
premeditated too. Like,
Yeah.
So premeditated.
I'm always putting timers on my dictaphones, dude.
for my premeditated homicides.
Oh
That's
my
murder.
god.
I
buddy.
love timers on my recordings that allow them to, make it seem that somebody's alive when they're not.
My recording device that nobody else knows about.
It is fun that literally every chapter in this book is like a different character spilling the beans of like, here's the secret that I'm keeping, and each one is named.
Here's my
Right.
secret.
Here's my secret, and then at the
And
very
it,
end, it's just
it puts it together and it makes the puzzle.
it does make the puzzle.
And I'm happy for Flora and Hector, because like Hector's secret is the most obvious. Like, it's just
I
the
know,
one with
I love.
Flora. And he's so dense. He thinks that Flora's in love with Ralph. And it's
Yeah.
just like, no, you idiot.
No, you have a shot, man. Go shoot it.
Yeah. And Poirot's just like, okay, the English. This is a you problem. Go
I
give
will
it a go.
I will not deal with this. I will put my hand in the
giving
water
him
and go find a
giving
ring.
him the squeeze on his arm. He's like, "Hey, listen, man, go do it. Go give it a shot."
Shut up. Go. Stop talking.
She is waiting for you.
She's so into you, man. Go
Dude,
for
she's
it.
so waiting for you, bro. She's patient as
In the
fuck.
garden, even.
In
Yeah, I
the
know.
fucking garden.
That like the second that happens, like their movie starts then over there.
Yeah, they're in a different movie. They're in like a Jane Austen novel, and because like, and she confesses to like stealing from her uncle because like he doesn't give them any money, so like she's super broke. Like she and her mother,
Yeah.
it's kind of a pain. Like they are broke. They don't have
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, that made me
And so-
hate
and
Roger a
then
little bit more.
immediately Hector tries to like take the blame for it. He's not good at it.
I mean,
He's really
No.
bad at it.
No, that was crazy. That's when I knew Hector was a real one, though.
Yeah,
It's
after
fine.
he's like,
Flora
"Oh,
likes
I
him a little
see
stupid. It's
You're still gonna marry Ralph, but I will still fling myself upon my sword for you." Like, okay,
Aw.
man, go talk to her.
Did you guys
Happy for
learn any?
them.
Did you guys learn anything?
I think think this Agatha Christie lady is pretty good at writing. But I think I made that joke last time.
I learned that I should think more about the woman perspective.
Yay!
It's important to have these kinds of lessons and admit that, and then just be like, okay, that's how you grow. That's how you grow.
It's important to be kind to girls during times like this.
You motherfucker! I'll kill you.
I'll kill you in court.
Oh my God.
That phrase has become part of my permanent vocabulary.
Oh no, it's so honestly hilarious line to hear. Every slasher I watch now, I'm just like, it's important to be nice to girls during times like this. Well, there's a fucking guy with a chainsaw on the other side of the room. Oh my God. Fantastic. I learned that if my narrator's a shithead, I should double question him.
Maybe even triple.
Triple question.
Triple's his best.
Ben, what did you learn?
What did I learn?
Yeah.
I learned a good story. No, I had a lot of fun with this one. I think the middle of this book sags just a tiny bit, but on the whole, I think this is really tightly plotted. I think the only thing, obviously I kind of mostly left it out of the summary, is the stuff with Miss Russell and her son Charles
completely
Kent,
unrelated. Yeah,
we kind of have to get it out of the way because we had this mysterious figure at the start that Shepard saw, and we can't just write it away as him lying. He did actually see somebody, right? So, and somebody else saw them too. So we got to explain this, and we have this, with him with the drugs and doing drugs in the out.
He immediately is like, I'm not talking to the fucking cops, and I'm like, hell yeah, America. And then they're like, he's
hell yeah,
Canadian,
Charlie,
and I'm
shut
like,
the
oh,
fuck
damn.
up.
That's truly the American spirit, is refusing to talk to the cops, kids.
Yep.
Fuck them. I don't know. But it was fine. It was just
it didn't need to
man.
happen. That's just I just feel like her secret could have been a lot less.
Again, it's I think a lot of it is kind of working backwards from some of the stuff that you have to set up at the start, and to try to resolve that. And again, you're also kind of toying with the reader a little bit by providing another potential killer. But then, yes, we resolve that fairly quickly with Poirot's, little gray cells solving all that and being like, yeah, that. And again, you can always kind of tell when Poirot is instantly just like, this guy ain't it. It's not him.
If the dude who he ran into was Poirot, because he already knew something was up and was coming to investigate. Totally totally off on that.
Oh, that was
not
really
a very
fun.
good prediction, but that was a thought that I had, where I was like, oh, that could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But no.
Yeah. But yeah, and I think that, obviously we had a lot of fun with the start. I think it's really breezy and well written throughout, but I think the start's really good, and I think when it all comes down to it at the end and kind of wraps everything up, I think was really solid as well. So I had a good time.
Once people start confessing things, it really took
it's
off the clip.
Yeah, the snowball's rolling down the hill at that point.
Yeah.
And
I didn't hate a little bit of downtime.
I think the
got
Mahjong
moving again.
The Mahjong chapter was legit one of the best chapters. I love that chapter.
Yes, the Mahjong chapter is great. I will fully agree with that.
Just 4 people getting pissed at each other during a game. A relatable thing.
Totally normal at board game night.
Totally. Things are really normal at board game night. No one has raised their voice tonight. It's been great.
And nobody's done any murders ever.
Ever. Yeah.
All right. Well, we've done our first Christie. And
I think
we
my favorite thing we read for, and we've read Sherlock Holmes. I freaking love Sherlock Holmes. I already read them though.
My favorite. Well, never mind.
Okay.
Freaking my other favorite one was the Moai
Have to think
Island
about it
puzzle.
more?
What do you want from me? That was
No,
my favorite
I
before, now
immediately
it's
thought
this
to
one.
myself, like, I don't need to mention what my favorite was right now, because nobody asked, it's fine. I'm thinking way too hard about this. I like the Moai Island puzzles, too. I got into a weird head... No, I don't want to sit in the dark. I need the goddamn sun. I barely survived this winter.
Listeners.
It's March 1st right now, and I'm thinking of the Scooby-Doo gif where Velma goes, "Now march," and that's where I'm at.
Yeah. Now
It
March.
snowed today
Yeah.
in Boston, listeners.
Oh god, I need to
man.
bask in the sun like a lizard.
We should end the
wow,
podcast.
Not
so you
much
can go bask
longer.
in the
We'll
sun
get
like a
there.
lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's night, so no.
I wasn't gonna tell them that.
Thank you for
We're getting
keeping the mythos of when we start recording.
Keep the kayfabe up. Yeah, it's fine.
Well, it's
fine.
too late. You already told them the day.
We record on the
everybody
sun
knows
as
that
it
we
turns
record
out,
in
though.
advance. So,
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that'll do it for us then this week. You can, as always, keep up with the show via our website, updatedautopsy.report, which has links to everything we do, all of our social media accounts, and our YouTube channel, which features Let's Plays and other fun videos, which is youtube.com/@Yotseben. If you are not watching our Paranorma site and the Mermaid's Curse Let's Plays, you should be playing the game. Those are your two options in this life. You're either playing Paranorma Site or you're watching our Let's Plays, because that game is really, really fucking good. So we're doing that right now as a little side project with myself, Tiago, and our good friend of the show, Iro, who was on for our Ghost Trick episode finale. And so we're covering Paranorma Site there, and it's been a lot of fun. And if you like your visual novels with a little bit of horror around the edges, that is a really, really great game series, and I'm so glad we got another one. So you can follow me on Blue Sky at Yotseben. Tiago, where can people find you?
You can find me at Tiago Time on Blue Sky. I'm re-bluing the fucking Paranormal Site blue posts because I like that game. I have no idea what the fuck to call it on Blue Sky. I was gonna call it a skeet, and then I was like, no.
No. What we've been calling it in our house is rebisking.
Rebisking
like
is
a nice
good.
Bisque.
Yeah, but
it's stupid but appropriate.
What do you call the individual post though? Do you call it a bisque?
Yeah, we call them bisques.
Got
it. Like,
I've been I've been rebisking the bisques from the other. It's been great. I love it.
We've got the most fucked up like soup kitchen going on right now.
I don't know. That's just what me and Val
I'm being driven mad by winter madness. And I do what I can.
Sky, and then we were like, that's too long, so we started calling it Bisky.
Bisky's
and then we just started calling them bisques.
They are bisques.
And now here we all are.
And again, when the Blue Sky links are bsky.social, so the Bisky is like it's there already.
Yeah, we're just spelling it differently when we say it out loud.
Yeah.
That's my intro. Rose, where can people find you?
You can find me on Bisky at Rose Nonsense. And you can also find me just standing around outside with some binoculars waiting for all the birds to come back, because birding is in this year. Looking at birds is in.
Wait, really?
I've been discussing it with some people I know, and birds are in.
Yeah. My whole Blue Sky feed is into bird watching.
Ha
It's everywhere.
Are you getting the bird watching too?
Me? I have not yet, but I mean, it seems to be happening.
I've kind of been like low-key down for bird watching for a while. My mom and my sister used to do this thing where you'd like go out and like look for owls, like, but that was too early for me because you gotta wake up at like like 3 a.m. to go out to look like bird watching for owls, and I was just like, I'm simply not doing that.
Yeah.
But I like to have a nice little walk around and just like sort of see the birds. I live in the city, you know, like.
I wish the mockingbird
but
stickers
I'd like
were
them
real.
to come back. There's like some red-winged blackbirds that live by the. This is for Boston folks only. Everybody else, stop listening. So if you walk down by the Muddy River on the fens, there's like some red-winged blackbirds that are usually there in the spring, and I'm waiting for them. So that's where I'll be.
Sounds good.
Rose apparently said some words, but I didn't hear them.
Yeah, but couldn't hear it.
I heard it. I heard it.
Anyways, that's where I'll be.
It was like high pitched, like it was like dog noises. Like I don't know.
No, you sound like Animal Crossing. Well, never mind.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for listening. We hope you'll rate and review us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcast platform. By the way, I got the podcasts fixed on Spotify. So the old episodes that were disappearing are now back.
Yay!
I can't believe Spotify tried to steal our podcast. Actually, wait, yes, I can.
That's the most believable thing I've heard.
So next time we'll be doing a one-off in which we will be reading Sherlock Holmes, The Complete Bagel Street Saga by Robert L. Fish. This is a collection of Sherlock Holmes parody stories that Robert Fish wrote called, again, Sherlock Holmes. This is The Complete Bagel Street Saga. That's the collection we're reading. That's the most recent publication from the freaking 90s. So it's a little hard to get nowadays. But Shu Takumi, read this book when he was young, and it said it was very, very influential to him. It was one of the first places he had read a lot of Sherlock Holmes, even though they were parody stories of Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah,
so I thought,
wouldn't it, Mr. Takumi?
I know, it explains so much about his style. So I figured we'd take a look at that as a kind of our palate cleanser after reading our big, long Christie novels. So we will be reading, it's just they were all released separately, and then they bundled them all up into one book. They're all short little goofs, and we'll just, I think there's like 20 of them in there or something like that. So we'll read those and come back next time, because they're just a bunch of little short stories that are Sherlock Holmes parodies. So that's what we'll be doing.
Yay!
Wahoo!
All right. Well, we'll catch you all next episode. We'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.